Michael, we'll start off as we normally do with an injury update. How are the guys after the weekend?
Yeah, pretty much okay. The only thing we've got is Tom Bailey's got a bit of a knock, so we're just seeing what that is. It's one of those heavy tackles that he's hurt his foot, so we've got to take him for a scan. So we'll see on that. But Halsey's back in for contention for tomorrow, which is great. So he's back with us on the training pitches today. Eric Ring's fully over his illness, and he obviously came on the pitch, but he's back training as well. I think that's pretty much. George Wicken's still the same situation, and we're still waiting for an update on that and where that's at.
And the situation with Pordy, obviously he's played 2 games in a row with a bit of an issue. What are the club doing about that?
Yeah, he's a warrior, isn't he? So he's an absolute warrior for us. His shoulder's causing him a few issues. He's played a couple of games now, but he keeps popping in and out, I think. So we've got to give that some more attention. But he is what he is. You know, he's a monster, and he's ready for a selection as well available.
And the other sort of long-term one was Tom Hamer. We know he's coming back around January. How's that progressing?
Yeah, that's progressing nicely. He's probably a bit later than January. I don't think we're going to see him in January, more like February. But he's slowly progressing. He's had a slight setback, but hopefully he can get over that and a bit quicker than we thought. The only one is Lewis as normal. He's still on 1 game a week at the moment, so that brings in another Jacko for contention as well, starting there.
Obviously it's January, so you probably know what we're going to talk about. What are the outgoing situations? We know we've had a few players go out on loan. Are you expecting any more development loans, I suppose you might call them, or any other experience loans as you're expecting?
Well, I think the nature of who we are and our club is that we need to get some games for the lads that weren't playing many games. Obviously that then frees up some of the budget to bring in other players. So we've had to get JJ, Rob Street, other players more minutes, and it's great for those guys to go and play, and they'll do well, I'm sure where they're going. Oshin as well is gone out to Boston, which is a great little move for him. But that now gives us some opportunity to start looking for ourselves on what we need in the squad in terms of moving forward. So we'll be looking at some loans, what that needs to look like. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a development loan in terms of trying to develop them. I think it's more about what we need at this point rather than the usual development loans. It might be a bit different type of loan.
I suppose it's one of them, the middle of the park looking quite safe. Are you looking maybe one at the back, one up top in terms of loans?
Yeah, I think we need to try and get somebody in up top that can help that unit, and now Rob's gone out. The thing that probably we tried to plan for was Tyler to be back at this point, and in the summer we thought we'd have Tyler as one of our best strikers in the club, and obviously that's not happened, and that's the situation that is hard for him, but it's probably really hard for us as well. So we did have the plan that we'd get our young players around Tyler, but Tyler's obviously not managed to make it. So now we've got to look at how we do that and how we go about a loan for maybe another striker. Now Rob's gone out, because Rob's going to get his minutes obviously at Doncaster, and then there's probably another area maybe on the back line where we need to just strengthen again because of Tom Hamer and Lewis Monsomer and a couple of areas there. But I think we know what we need to do. It's not easy in January to get what you want for loads of different reasons, and what you can afford. But we've got to try in the market to support the squad and move the squad forward.
I presume it is more the loan markets than that short-term permanent signings.
Yeah. And at this point in the season, it's the loan market. What I mean by not the development loans is it might not be the young lads coming out of 21s programs and things like that. That's probably not what we need at the moment. It's more of a loan to help us move forward with the squad for the second half of the season.
Moving on then to tomorrow's game, Bolton. It's a nice break from the league. You've had 2 cup games in a row, but still nice to get away from league and the FA Cup. Yeah,
well, I think it's always nice to still be in the cups, and we thought second half on Saturday we did well, but we're really disappointed that we didn't go through in the FA Cup. It wasn't enough, and we don't want that. We want to go through in this cup. So, it's a great break from the league, as you say, but more than anything, we want to put a team on the pitch tomorrow night that's challenging and can get through to the next round of this cup.
Bolton, aside that you know too well, you've not played them. You've not played them too long ago. What's your thoughts on them as opponents?
Yeah, really good team. They've been really not probably how they want to be, should I say, but they're a really good outfit. They've got really good strength and depth. You only need to look at they've signed Randall from Peterborough on a lot of money apparently. So they're strengthening all the time as well. They're obviously going to try and push to do what they did last season. But so they'll have the strength in depth to change and how they use this competition as well. And I think when teams get to this part of this competition, everyone wants to get through to the next round because you're getting a closer round to obviously Wembley, and it's important for the club. So, but they're a good team. They've got good experience, they've got good energy, they've got good athleticism, and they're going to be a really hard team to play against. So we need to keep focused, keep performing, and keep trying to do what we did in the second half against Birmingham, and keep those performances going.